Hey guys, today's Saturday, April the 13th, and tomorrow's Palm Sunday. I don't know if I'm going to do a vlog tomorrow. Uh, we'll see. To be determined. Uh, Day started off great, but it didn't end as well as I had hoped. Did a lot of editing, posted some photos of the MGM senior night for the baseball team. It turned out pretty good. There was 300 of them or more. Hey guys, um, it's Saturday morning. I didn't upload the photos from the senior night at MGM last night until this morning, and I'm just now going through them, and I want to do some fine editing to them for the parents and get those out. But this is pretty much where I do the magic. Got you got to have the kaffa. Usually when I come in here, I have a set. What I'll do is I'll come in here and I'll work, and I have a time that I've made myself adhere to that I don't go past on the computer. I shut it off when I hit that time, whether I'm finished with my work or not, and then I go out and be with the family or whatever. But I do have certain hours that are dedicated to this work, and after I reach that point during the day, I'm done with it, whether I'm finished or not, and I just wait till the next day, because I'm not going to be stuck on this thing forever and miss out on things that are happening. But I'll be going to Theodore today for a ball game, and they're playing at 1 and 3. I'm not sure which game I'm gonna go to. I'll probably go get there at near the end of the first game so I can catch the end of that one and the beginning of the second game. That'll make it double the chances of getting some good shots. So, but anyhow, thought you might be interested in seeing where the magic. This is my handy dandy homemade SD card holder, pen holder, tool holder. You got to have the spectacles, bifocals. It's my card reader. It does all sorts of cards. The only problem is it was made before these XQD cards came out. And the XQD cards allow my Nikon to take bursts. I can do 200 bursts, limit up to 200 before it'll stop, just in case the button was pressed by accident and just held down. It'll stop automatically, so you'll have to release the button and start again and do another 200, and it doesn't bog down. It will just keep mashing those into that card. But the camera also uses the SD card as well if you choose to go that route instead of the more expensive XQD card. But the SD card won't crush those bursts like that. It still will buffer on some of them. The XQD card won't. It'll just keep going until there's no more going, until your battery runs down or you just run out of room on the card. I don't know if you can see, but over here we got a touchpad, wireless touchpad, keyboard. Up here is other little knickknacks. I don't know if you can see all that up there. It's not that big of a deal. Badges, you name it, we've got them. They're everywhere. I've got them for everything. Behind you is my camera case with all my camera gear, lenses, some books, autograph books, and battery charging station, iPad charging station, tripods over here, my drone setup is over there, and my other iMac is over here as well, and the whiteboard behind the iMac is what I use for making schedules out. But You can't do any of it without a good cup of coffee. So I'm going to get back to work because I've got a lot to do before I head out to Theodore. So I'll check back with you later. And then I left to go to Theodore for Theodore versus Baker. I think this is like the last couple of games in between Baker and Theodore, and it's going to determine the champion, the area champion. Anyhow, I was split. They had two games, one at 1 and one at 3. I decided to go ahead and go to the 3 o'clock game. So I get there at 3, and they're playing on the field. So I wasn't quite sure what was going on, but basically the first game was elongated because of the score. The final score of that game was 15-9. Baker won over Theodore, and that wrapped up about 4:35, 4:40, somewhere in there. So the second game got started late, and you can probably hear the weather is not cooperating today. I mean, it's cooperating to an extent that it hasn't rained, but the wind kept a lot of balls that were probably going to be home runs from leaving the park. But anyhow, I get to the park and I go behind the backstop, as you can see, and I started snapping some photos of the pitcher, the Theodore pitcher. He's on the mound. He's throwing and throwing and throwing, and I rattled off a couple of bursts on 3 pitches, I think. And on the 3rd pitch, the burst that I was shooting, the shutter locked up on the Nikon D500. And if you've ever had a 35mm camera, the shutter locks up, then you know it's not pleasant. The thought of it was just, But anyhow, I managed to grab a couple of frames before it locked up of the picture, and then I did some shots of the ballpark and a couple of others I tried with the Osmo, the DJI Osmo, what you're looking at now, viewing me on. And if they turn out all right, I'm gonna put them right here and here. Anyhow, that's my Saturday, kind of in a nutshell. I've been sitting out here on the back porch, about to get me. Evelyn made a wonderful meal. We had some stroganoff, and really good. But I'm gonna probably get me a cup of coffee, come back out here, and enjoy the rest of this, as it were, the day. The wind is blowing. We're getting gusts now, probably in the 20s, mid-20s, and it's nice and cool out here. Try to enjoy it before it gets dark. All right, guys. Well, anyhow, that's April the 13th, Saturday, and have a safe, wonderful Palm Sunday. Be careful out there, and I look forward to seeing you again on the Backyard Vlog. Take care. Bye-bye. Well, it's getting pretty bad.